This tutorial series is intended for those who are new to creative building, to people who want to learn how to build dynamically for both big and small projects, and for people who generally want a second opinion on certain building styles and techniques. Regardless of who you are or why you're watching, the overall goal of this series is to improve your building technique and skills. In this first episode, I'll be showing you how to start thinking dynamically, and where to start, that is, at the foundations. So today, we'll be looking at some foundations and learning how to make those foundations more dynamic and interesting to look at. I have here two builds that you might expect to see on any survival server. They're square and simple, both in shape and style. But they're functional. They keep you safe at night, which is all you ever really need in survival. But let's look at their foundations. They're square and symmetrical. But on a creative server, we want our builds to be more diverse and more fun to construct. So how do we do that? Well, like I said, it starts at the foundations. Here I have a slightly bigger version of what we had before. This time it's rectangular, but it's still quite simple. How can we make it better? Well, we quite literally just add things on, as you can see here. Now we have a small porch and extra space in the back of the building. But we can still do more. To begin with, we can throw off the symmetry. This is probably my favorite technique to use, as it instantly draws your attention to the visual offset of the building. There are a lot of people out there who hate things that aren't symmetrical, but I urge you to go out and try this, because this can increase the quality of your build by tenfold in an instant. Of course, this is just my personal opinion, but I really do feel that there should be less symmetrical builds out there. After all, there's no symmetry in nature. Anyway, next what I did was to cut off all of the corners in this design. This can have an interesting effect, and while it shouldn't always be employed, it can serve to achieve a sense of smoothness, or at least remove the sharpness out of the corners. This might come as a strange concept, considering that you're removing a corner by revealing two new corners, but thanks to the circle algorithm that I'll fully detail another time, cutting corners actually achieves a sense of roundness. The final example that I have is a mix of the last two. You see in some places it's sharp and others it's smooth, which in turn adds dynamicity to your builds. Now I'd like to make it clear that there is no right or wrong way to go about this. You could make a build that is far better than this using the simple design that we started with, if you know what you're doing. But this is one of the many techniques that is easy to do and almost always achieves a better overall effect if you were to just simply build these up and slap a roof on top of them. It just depends on who you are and what style you're going for, but hopefully this helped. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.